for the whole time you've been on the air, so I don't know what to say. All right, take us through this.
For my whole life, but thank you.
Yes, thank me.
All right, look, first of all, who's ever heard of a whistleblower who is someone who's backed by the establishment? You know, normally you have a whistleblower who's challenging the establishment, challenging the system. You have the entire establishment, the media, the Democrat Party, part of the Republican Party in the Senate, backing a whistleblower. I've really never seen anything like this. It's really bizarre. The reason you have whistleblower protections is because the whistleblower is going against the system. In this case, we have the president going against the system and the whistleblower going against the president of the United States. I want to explain to the American people in a way that even Joe Scarborough can understand what the law is here, because you're hearing a lot of lies from Schiff and the Democrats and these phony legal analysts. And Andy McCarthy did a good job in National Review. I've talked about this on radio, too. The whistleblower statute does not apply to the President of the United States, does not apply to conversations the President of the United States has with leaders of other countries, and it does not apply to foreign policy. So the whistleblower statute does not apply to the President or this phone call. Number one, I hope Richard Burr is listening, the head of the Senate Intelligence Committee, which really is not a very intelligent committee. Number two, the so-called whistleblower does not have statutory protection. He doesn't meet the statutory elements. He was not an official who reports on intelligence activities within the purview of the Director of National Intelligence. He was serving temporarily on the National Security Council reporting to the President. Number three, the law does not guarantee anonymity to a whistleblower. Only the Inspector General of the intelligence community is to keep it confidential with certain exceptions. President can release the name, Congress can, the media is not bound, and interestingly enough, the Intelligence Committee did release his name. Adam Schiff did release his name by accident last night in their transcript. So I guess we should arrest Adam Schiff for that and Adam Schiff and that and 1,000 other reasons. Congress has never provided overarching legal protection to any whistleblower, certainly not in the context of launching an impeachment investigation. So why are they hiding this guy? Why are they hiding him from me and we, the people? We know his name. We know all about him. And yet the same newspapers that put out the Pentagon Papers and all the rest, they're keeping it secret. How can you impeach a president, a process said to be triggered by this guy who is a political hack, without the House, the Senate, the President, and the public scrutinizing his motives, his credibility, and his veracity? It's not that the substance of his complaint is determinative. It's the fact of his complaint. This is the second impeachment document they put together. His Kuster lawyers, that's right, C-O-U-P-S-T-E-R, new word. The coup, I'm sure that Adam Schiff's staff was involved. We want to know who's involved. The Democrats, the media, feckless Republicans. They would have us impeach a president without knowing who this guy is. He's a political hack. Yet we reportedly know who he is, right? Now this cover-up, that's what it is. It's a cover-up. It's intended to protect the Democrat Party, the Obama administration. This guy worked in the Obama administration. Adam Schiff, who knows all about this guy. Adam Schiff hired a couple of old NSC staffers, took him out of the Trump administration. They're on his staff now. I have no doubt they were involved in this process. Who else do they want to protect? Joe Biden. Nobody's asked Joe Biden about this guy. This guy knows Joe Biden, and Joe Biden knows this guy. So we have to protect him, and we have to protect Brennan. So it's intended to protect all these people and his hack lawyers who've been running around saying, we're independent, we have no axe to grind, we've even represented Republicans. His coup-leading slip-and-fall lawyers, now we know all about him. The problem is, Adam Schiff, like a good mobster, Adam Schiff has decided, you can't call this guy as a witness, you can't call me as a witness, Republicans, because you need my approval, and I'm not going to give you the approval. So the head mobster of this operation says, I'm in charge of who the witnesses can be, and I'm not going to let you call these people. So it's a grand cover-up. The perpetrator, Adam Schiff, is also the guy in charge of the cover-up. Now, here's the thing I want the American people to understand. The law is on the president's side. The facts are on the president's side. And what they're attacking is the transition of power. They have never supported the transition of power from the Obama administration to a Trump administration. And I want to remind Adam Schiff and all the slow learners on MSNBC and CNN, The president sets foreign policy. Doesn't make a damn's worth of difference if you don't agree with it. I don't care with a former Obama ambassador from the Ukraine thing. Oh, they forced me out. Too damn bad. We elected this president. He appoints whomever he wants. And if he wants to treat Ukraine in a certain way, he is free to do it. Meanwhile, Ukraine got the military aid Obama wouldn't give. Meanwhile, the president of Ukraine said, what quid pro quo? If there's a quid pro quo, shouldn't I be involved in it? Our president says no quid pro quo, so what do? They go to bureaucrats who've never ever heard of in the State Department who say, well, I don't think the president should have done that. Did you talk to the president? No. Did you witness anything? No. You have any first-hand? No. Did you listen in the phone call? Yeah, but I don't think the transcript was right. What the hell is going on here? This is another hoax being perpetrated by the Democrats. A phony impeachment effort, like the phony Russia effort. Mr. President, stay strong. This will collapse eventually. But we do need the whistleblower to testify, Schiff to testify, because the whole house of cards will collapse, and the American people will see what?
Hey, Mark.
That this was an outrageous, unconscionable attack by them on the president. Yes, sir.
I'd add two more names to be questioned. Hunter and Joe. Because you know what?
Absolutely.
When you say, oh, everyone's looking for a quid pro quo, we got quid pro quo Joe. If you fire the prosecutor, I'll give you $1 billion. You don't fire it, you're not getting $1 billion. You've got 6 hours. And he was warned that his son was being investigated. And his son, we call him Zero Experience Hunter. I want them also put under oath. Great one?
You're right.
8 o'clock Sunday.